Hello everybody, JeepinJoel here with another one. So I was asked to explain what exactly is it I'm doing. So see this mask I'm wearing, I also 3D printed. Okay, I'm just being silly. So, here's what I have. Ta-da! How I came about this, I was asked to kind of explain what I'm printing, what the material is, if it's reusable, all that kind of thing. So it started out that I 3D printed this mask. It comes in parts. This is an N95 filter that I cut up to basically turn one mask into 5 masks. It goes in the inside of this, goes inside of that, just snaps together. The inside of this is removable. This is all the same PLA that I talked about in the last video. And then I took an N95 mask and got the elastic and then the nose piece, because I wear this, I still work. I'm in fire and life safety, so I am essential. But my ears started hurting. So I looked up on a website called Thingiverse. It's in the 3D printing community. Everybody over there knows about Thingiverse. Okay? So, Thingiverse has a couple of ear savers. And I found this design. It just goes on there. Like so. Like so. And that keeps the elastic off the back of your head, or off your ears onto the back of your head. So it's literally called ear saver. So what happened was, a lot of you know this, I'm going through some stuff and I've been 3D printing some things just to keep my mind off of things and to try to do my part. So I got this design and I reached out to my sister who's a nurse, and I found this one. And I believe, talking to my sister, that this would also work for people that have oxygen tubes. So if that's on the back of your head, and to keep your oxygen tube off your ears. So, kind of a dual purpose, because it'll definitely work for your elastic. That's what it is actually made for. But we're thinking this design wouldn't, because this design relies on the pressure of the mask to hold it up. This one really doesn't, because of how rounded it is. So an oxygen tube would go through there and pull it off your ears. So that's how it came about that my sister, being a nurse, I reached out to her and said, hey, I can make these things. I've got PLA and I can just print them off as fast as I can and you can give them away. And that turned into orders by the thousands, which I'm one guy with one printer, and I'm trying to print as many of them as possible. So I was trying to work out the logistics of it, and my sister says, well, just start making them and we'll start giving them out, and if you want to charge for them or whatever, for an order that big, I would have to charge to even recoup some of it, because this stuff's not cheap. Other people have asked me to sell these masks. I don't want to sell the masks mainly because of liability. We live, unfortunately, in a litigious society. I don't want to sell this mask. This mask is not an FDA approved thing, or whoever approves these kind of things. I don't want to get into the business of selling medical supplies, because I don't want the liability of somebody who still gets sick and they use one of my masks. I just can't do that. But these are beneficial to everyone and is not a medical supply, and I'm not selling them, I'm giving them away. So a buddy of mine at work said, you need to make a donation page. I was like, yeah, I can do that. So I looked at like PayPal and everything and decided on GoFundMe. I've never used GoFundMe, so I don't really know how it all works. But I started looking into it. I created the page. I had a default goal of $100, and I am very proud to announce as of right now I've met that goal. So thank you for anybody that has donated. It is extremely helpful. I'm going to continue printing these as fast as I can and as many as I can. I'm going out to drop some off at my sister's house. I've already mailed some out to some friends that have reached out to me on Facebook and on Messenger and YouTube and everything that says, hey, I could really use one of those. So if you need one, just let me know. I'll drop it in the mail. Keep the donations coming. So I've been asked a couple of questions about the material. It is basically plastic. This is made, PLA is polyacetic acid. It's a thermoplastic. I'll show you in a minute of how it prints, but it is reusable. So, I mean, you can see, I don't know exactly how many millimeters this thing is thick-wise, but it's not just a throwaway thing. It is biodegradable. I don't know how long it would take, but it is a natural product for the most part. From my understanding of PLA from Google, because you can't put anything on the internet unless it's true. It is fermented cornstarch, among some other things. I'm sure different brands have different things in it. It is washable. It is sanitizable. This is made out of PLA as well. This is Hatchbox PLA. I wipe it down with the little Lysol wipes that work gave me. Wipe it down every day. I wear it and change the filters. So yeah, it is definitely a good, solid product that is going to last and going to be beneficial to a lot of people. So I'm trying to get them out as fast as I can. I did meet the $100 goal. I'm leaving it open. The response has been overwhelming, and it's very appreciative. It's good to see that there are people in the world that want to help, and I'm just doing my part. With everything I got going on in my personal life as well as everything, everybody's got something going on. Every dollar helps. Like I said, these rolls of filament are generally about $20 a piece for the cheaper stuff. And I bought 1, 2, 3, 4. I got 5 rolls right here. Plus the stuff that I already had that I've been using. This was one that I already had. So I'm going to keep printing these things. If you need one, drop a comment. I'll get you on the list. Like I said, I've had orders literally for thousands of them. Bear with me because I am one guy printing them. My brother started printing them, but he's actually in Austin, Texas. And I talked to him a little bit earlier, and he came up with another design that would probably still hold an oxygen tube. So I might change it up a little bit. He said it might be a little bit more comfortable. If you've already gotten one, awesome. Let me know how they're working, because I don't have oxygen. If you happen to be on oxygen and you're using this, let me know how it works. Because I just saw a design that I thought would be great. I did not design it. This was on Thingiverse. Try to post a link in the comments for Thingiverse. If you have a 3D printer, you can get on there and print them yourself. Like I said, I'm not selling them. It doesn't benefit me at all to sell them, and everything that you donate is going straight to producing them more. So if you have any questions about it, let me know. I'm going to keep printing. I'm going to show you the printer itself here in just a second, and we'll see you out there. So I changed the file a little bit. I ran out of the blue, so I'm on orange now. Of course, I've got all that PLA that I've ordered. The files now take about 3.5 hours. Quality is a little bit different, but that blue one is done at the highest quality that takes 8 hours to print. And the orange one is one step down and only takes 2.5 hours to print, 3.5 hours to print. So there's really no difference in the quality, but the time is a whole lot better and I can print more of them. So there is how they print on the bed. I just mailed 2 more of them off. Somebody that needed them. Got a stack going. Those 50. I counted those. I'm going to be delivering a bunch of them to my sister tomorrow when I go over there for Easter so that she can start handing them out to nurses and everything. So pretty much when I get home every day, this little thing, and this is the bed. Oh, it's not stuck. Get all of these off. Put them in the pile. Sometimes they got these little hairy things. That's the big difference in the quality. Little stringies. I have to clean those up. Where the blue ones that I printed on the higher quality, I don't have as much cleanup to do. Swipe that down. You can go over here. Printing from my SD card. 7 savers, 3.5 hours. Bed heating. This is the bed, so it's going to heat up. That goes to 50 degrees Celsius. So right now that bottom number that just went to 32 is what it is currently. The top number is what it's going to be. So that's the bed. So it focuses. Come on. There you go. And that's the nozzle. I'm using an Ender 3 Pro from Creality. Bed's almost done heating. And then the nozzle will heat. I'm using a Hatchbox PLA. It will show diameters, tolerances, temperature, extruder temperature between 180 and 210 degrees Celsius. And I've got maybe enough to print 7 more of them. We'll find out. And if not, I've got more filament to be opening up in just a minute. So this filament comes in the rolls like I've showed you. The nozzle's warming up now. That's my upgrade, added googly eyes. So that's the nozzle. A little bit of orange goop coming out of it because that's heating up. So it comes out of the roll. This guy's called an extruder. That is pushes the filament. See that? There you go. Pushes the filament through this blue tube, which is a PTFE tube called a Bowden tube. It goes into the hot end, which is right there. That is what is currently at 151 degrees Celsius, which is going to be 200 degrees here in just a minute. And then it is on an SD card, just right there. The SD card has all the files on it. Should be starting to print here in just a second. Super exciting stuff. It's at 196. Once it gets to 200, it's going to go. You'll see that timer is at 3 minutes right now. That's how long we've been here. 198, 199, 200. Right on the dot. This prints a purge line. See that little goop that came out of it? That basically cleans the nozzle out. You just get rid of that. I don't know if I can get a good shot there or not. This is a glass bed. You can see it's just laying down the rows. And then it will lay them down and then it will build up. So this whole axis will raise up as the print gets higher. Googly eyes make everything better, don't they? You can see off to a great start already. That's one outline of 7. What I usually do, this bed is hot, which promotes adhesion, and then on this glass bed, it comes with a magnetic bed, which I don't think anybody uses. My secret weapon, hairspray. Boom. So this bed, after printing so many times, you don't have to use the hairspray all the time. But the bed is sticky, which is why I had to use this thing to get them off the bed. But there's nothing worse than when your print comes unstuck from that bed when it is not supposed to. Because then you are printing spaghetti instead of whatever it is that you're trying to make. So right now it is starting on the infill. So what it will do is put those lines over the whole thing, and then it will do the next one until there's 7 of them on the bed, and then it raises and does the next layer until they turn into that thick. Which these are flexible, they are reusable, they can be sanitized. This particular design says COVID-19 Warrior on it. But yes, it is definitely reusable. It's not a one-time use thing, and they are actually biodegradable. So then it will start. There's the first one. That's the first layer of everything. And it's doing the next one right now. So it's going to do that. I could only fit 7 of them on the build plate at one time. So that'll take about 3.5 hours. Currently at 4 minutes. So there it is. Got any comments, questions? Drop them down below and I will answer.